Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and place to be, it's Debsy. That's me, boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and happy Sunday. I hope everybody is having a great day and had a great weekend. It is Sunday, so listen, you know what that means. If it's Sunday, then we're gonna do a review of the past week. We're gonna look ahead at National Calendar Week. National Calendar Days next week. So you know what fun or important days you can celebrate. Okay, so let's start off with books. Hey, listen, I started a new one. Cannot remember who it's by. I believe it's called A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch. So far, I like it. Oh, what happened to my eye? Wait a minute. I'm keeping that in because listen. Oh, how is that my eye just... Hold on a second. Oh, wait, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what that was. All of a sudden, I felt like I got something in my eye. I don't know what. Anyways, okay. So let's start over. So I started reading A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch, and it's pretty good so far. Okay. What else has been going on? Yes, I have been trying my hardest to finish Bridgerton. I thought I would be able to finish it today, but I haven't. I think I have like 1.5 episodes to go. So once that's done, I promise I will make a video. I will give my thoughts on it. I don't know if you guys are gonna like my thoughts on it though. Okay. I've been watching the Karen Read trial like religiously. That's because, it's not because I'm like, you know, like pro anybody. It's just that Emily D. Baker has covered it. So if that's the case, listen, anything she covers, I will watch. So there was that. Everybody up in Massachusetts or all over the place is like nervous. Like I'm not nervous about it. I'm not nervous about it just because it's not me that's on trial, and I don't know anybody that's on trial. To be honest with you, I think it's gonna be hung. I think it's gonna be a hung jury. That's what I think, and I think it's gonna be declared a mistrial. There's some shady dealings going on up there, and there's one case, Sandra Birchmore. I'm going to look into it further, and I'm going to make a video on it, I think. But Sandra Birchmore, the short of it, I'll try and keep this short and short, which you know I can't. Sandra Birchmore was a young lady who had allegedly become impregnated, had gotten pregnant by a cop in Stoughton, Massachusetts. And he was the last person to see her alive, and then she was found unalived, and it was declared self-inflicted. However, it has now been reopened, and that has changed. So I think I'm going to look into it a little bit more, and I might make a video on it because something is fishy up there. Something is fishy. Also, I had heard, what was it? On TikTok. If you don't follow Nurse Kim on TikTok, Nurse Kim and Dave, I cannot remember his last name, but Nurse Kim, I love Nurse Kim on TikTok. But there was a caller who called into, I don't know if it was just his show or her show or just the two of them together, and someone had called in. They live in Canton. They were among the jury pool. They were among one of the last groups standing. This person did not make it, obviously, as a final juror. However, allegedly, she says she was pulled up to the bench in front of the judge, and the judge had said, "Do you believe Karen Read deserves a fair trial?" And she said what anybody should say and everybody should say. She said, "Yes, everybody deserves a fair trial." She was then told, "You can leave." what does that say? Also, I had heard, I thought the whole time through this trial, that Judge Beverly Cannoni was leaning towards prosecution. And she may very well have a horse in this race, because about 30 years ago, supposedly, I believe it was Chris Albert, had, like everybody does up there, they drive drunk, they get in the car, or they drink, they drink, they get in their car and they drive. So he had done that. He had hit someone, left the scene of the accident to sober up, and guess who represented him? It was Beverly Cannoni's brother. Albert ended up doing like 6 months. 6 months. He killed somebody by drunk driving. 6 months. So there's that. And then there's this rumor. This is really a rumor. Allegedly, this is a rumor. Allegedly, the Alberts rent Judge Bev's summer house. I don't know if that's true or not. And that they call her Auntie Bev. That I have no idea if that's true. That is a rumor. That could be wrong. So that's allegedly. So jury goes back in to deliberate tomorrow. I really think this is going to be a mistrial. I think a hung jury, and she's going to call a mistrial. I think they're going to go back in. They're going to deliberate. They're not going to be able to come up with anything. They're kind of going to come back and say, we can't, come to a unanimous decision. I think she's going to send them in again, and I think they're going to come back, and I think then it's just going to be like, oh well, you tried. She has not read the Tui Rodriguez instructions. At the bottom of the Tui Rodriguez instructions, from what I understand, there is a blurb that says that if you cannot come to a unanimous decision, then you are to go in the direction, you are to give the benefit of the doubt to the defendant and acquit. So I believe that's what it said. It said something like that. I know that the final, what stuck in my mind was like, oh, so if they're leaning towards not guilty, then it's, and you can't come to a unanimous decision, then it goes in favor of the defendant and it's acquit, and there's an acquittal. That's what I had heard. Once again, on TikTok, people were reading, it sometimes is called the Allen instructions, and Tui Rodriguez as well. Okay. Look at me. Who am I? Elle Woods? What, like it's hard? Anyways. Okay, so this weekend, what did I do? Yesterday, I did my pickup at Walmart. I went to Giant Eagle. I got my fruit for the salad/salsa that I will be premiering on a Wednesday for summer salads. This one's a summer salad salsa. I also then came home, colored a little bit, and did a whole lot of nothing else. Because what did we do? What did we watch? No, I colored a lot. Friday we typically do movie night. We didn't do movie night. The last two movie nights we did, the first movie night we did was Summer Rental with John Candy, and then we did another, the Friday after that we did another John Candy movie, and that was Planes, Trains, and Automobiles with John Candy and Steve Martin. Classic, awesome movie. This week we were going to do Old School, but it is the Summer Olympics trials, like the Summer Olympic trials. And it was women's gymnastics. That is the thing that we love watching the most in the Summer Olympics. I love watching it all, but that's the thing we love the most. So watch that. We're going to watch that again tonight. So I'm actually going to watch it in place of Housewives, because we love watching it. So we have that. Today I had to work. I didn't have to, but one of my coworkers had asked if somebody could take it over so that she could go to our grandchild's birthday party. So I was like, yeah, absolutely. I've worked with her forever. I would want somebody to do it for me. So I did that. Worked until 12. I cleaned the bathroom downstairs. I came upstairs and I made the special recipe that you'll see later this week. I chopped up what did I do? We had dinner. I chopped up all of my fruits and my vegetables for next week. I made 2 videos, soon to be 3. Yesterday I made a chicken salad for my lunch next week. So I got a lot done. I got quite a bit done. Okay, so let's get into the national calendar days for next week. So next week on Monday, it is Ginger Snap Day. It is Creative Ice Cream Flavors Day. Oh, that's interesting. It is also there's 2 national days that go hand in hand. It's National Postal Worker Day and National Postage Stamp Day. And here's some interesting facts about postage stamps. The study of stamps and postal history is called philately. It's PHILATEY. And also, the first postage stamp was issued in the United States in 1847. Now, it wasn't required. It wasn't required that you put a stamp on it. If you didn't have a stamp, then the sender just had to pay for it. It was not mandatory or required until 1855. Okay, Tuesday, it is Anisette Day, and it is Wildland Firefighter Day. Thank you for the men and women who are Wildland firefighters, and also thank you to the men and women who are postal workers. That would not be a job. I couldn't do either one of those jobs, so thank you for your service. Wednesday, it is Fried Clam Day. It's Chocolate Wafer Day. It is Compliment Your Mirror Day. That means give yourself some self-love. You need to do that. Give yourself some self-love. And it is also International Plastic Bag Free Day. That was not easy to say, but it's easy to practice because that's the day that you are encouraged to not use plastic bags and use one of the 100 bags that, if you're like me, you have like 100 bags that's just sitting around your house that you bought because you liked it and you thought it was cool, and then you threw it in the trunk of your car vowing that you were going to use it when you went to Aldi, but you don't. And so when you go, you buy another one because you forgot your bag in the car and you don't want to walk back out. Well, you really can't because you're at the checker. So do that. Wednesday is the day to use them. Okay, Thursday, it is Alice in Wonderland Day. This is the day that commemorates the first time that author Lewis Carroll, told his story to Alice Liddell. And that was the story that became Alice in Wonderland. Who's Alice Liddell, you say? Well, he's the daughter of his friend Henry Liddell. And this all went down in 1862. So there we go. And also, it's another July 4th. I don't know if anybody realizes this, but it's Independence Day. So it's the 4th of July. The oldest continuous 4th of July parade in the United States. It takes place in Bristol, Rhode Island. It's been going on since 1785. 1785, people have been going out early, putting out lawn chairs, trying to save a spot, or they would park their horse and try and save a spot. Independence Day. Listen, 4th of July. Happy birthday to the United States. However, I'm not a fan of it because fireworks. These goofballs down here, well, the goofballs in my town, but especially the goofballs catty corner across the street. Listen, they start setting off fireworks in June. They go into the middle of the street, they set off the fireworks, they scare the shit out of Jack. He gets so upset and hides under the couch panting. No, thunder shirts don't work, in case you were wondering. And at one point I ended up giving him like an herbal supplement, and he was too calm to the point where I was nervous that he was gonna I just was afraid that it was gonna affect him in a terrible way. So yeah. It scares the shit, they scare the shit out of dogs. They scare the shit out of any wildlife that's out. And they trigger people who have PTSD. And I'm thinking, veterans, happy birthday, America. Let's scare the shit out of dogs, veterans, and anyone else with PTSD. Hate it. Okay, Friday it is, there's a lot going on Friday. Friday, it's apple turnover day. It's graham cracker day. If you're a workaholic, it's your day. If you're a workaholic, you actually are glad to be back at work on Friday because you had Thursday off. So I don't know what that's about. I put in my, listen, I do my work. I do my work diligently and efficiently. But I'm not a workaholic. Work-life balance. Okay. Also, it is bikini day. Ooh, last time I was in a bikini was when I was probably 5 or 6. Because, when you get a fat little kid, back in the day, when you would get a chunky little kid, chunky little girl, pigtails, it was cute. Now I do that up in the parking lot of Home Depot, and it's illegal. I'm kidding. I don't do that. I stopped that last year. Kidding. Okay, so the bikini, it was invented in 1946. It was wildly popular in Europe, but not so much in the US. I mean, people in the US were very kind of Puritan back then. They didn't want women showing off none of their business. Well, not that it shows off business, but they didn't want anything highlighted. Until the 1960s. It was probably Twiggy that was was it Twiggy or was it Goldie Hawn that did laughing, and she had all that. She wore a bikini and then she would write all that stuff on her. She's like a go-go dancer. She's like, that's probably what it was. Okay. It's also Hawaii Day. Now Hawaii, this is the day that we celebrate the 50th state to join the Union. It joined the Union on August 2nd, which is crazy. It joined the Union on August 2nd, August 21st, 1959, which is almost 11 years after Pearl Harbor bombing. It is the only state to be rabies free. Michael Scott would be happy about that. He wouldn't have to include them in his run. It has the longest life expectancy of any state. And also, did you know that by law, a building on Kauai, is that how you pronounce it? K-A-U-A''I. Well, on that island, or in that city, on that island, a building can be no taller than a palm tree. So there we go. Interesting. Saturday, it is get outside because it's time to play outside. It's play outside day. Watch that be a day that it's thunderstorming and snowing. Okay, it's also fried chicken day. On Saturday, or next Sunday, it is strawberry sundae day. My mom will like that. It is father and daughter take a walk day. It is macaroni day, and it is a day of rock and roll. They're my favorite rockers. If I would say my favorite rockers, I've never been a heavy metal fan. So if I'm gonna say rockers, I would maybe say Bon Jovi. Yeah, I'll go with Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi, and if I'm going with women, if we're going with women, we gotta go with the queen, Stevie Nicks. We gotta go with Stevie Nicks. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. Okay, so listen, in the comments, let me know some of your accomplishments, some of your successes. Tell me about what's going on with you. Tell me about, like, which one of these days would you celebrate? Which one would you not celebrate? Okay, and also, let me tell you that if nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there. Please take care of one another. And 2 things, especially this week, especially around the 4th. Be aware of your surroundings. Number 2, stay safe. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow bright and early. Bye, guys. Love you.